What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Get into another reaction. Good old Tokyo Revengers, episode 5. Very excited for this episode because last episode, towards the end of it, quite the bit of information and craziness going on in terms of just like mystery, bro. Like it just kind of had me bewildered because we've known Kisaki as a main, like, I guess, antagonist or focus in the story since the beginning of season 1, or the beginning of the story. Regardless, I mean, we know he's very, very important, but like we still like don't really know much about him at all in terms of the past timeline. We just see bits and pieces of him in the past timeline and then also in the present timeline, and like we know he's a really, really big factor in the present timeline. Like, how does he get to that point? And also, how does he know so much? Like, he just has so many connections, and like he's just something about him. There's something about him that we need to know more. Like Takemichi said, like at the end of the last episode, like what is he really planning? What is he scheming? Like, there's got to be what are his goals? There's got to be something that we can learn about him that clues us in on what the fuck is going on, and really gets us closer to what we need to know to really achieve the goal that we want, which is save Hina from dying in the present. And, changing the future for the better, or the present for the better, really, because it's the present timeline that Takemichi came from. So Kisaki, yeah, we got to learn more about him on God. Like, I just don't know what the deal is with him. Because we know he's important. We know he's sus as fuck. But like I want to start learning. I want more info on him, and really getting clued in on what the fuck he's all about and what he wants to do. Because obviously he's very smart, and he has a lot of connections. Especially, I mean, even in Black Dragon, he has a informant in Black Dragon who's actually pretty high up. He's one of the elite officers, and I really liked that last episode because it was led on to believe like the informant was like this, lowly soldier, like just a regular, like cream of the crop soldier of Black Dragon. But nah, that was just a throwaway. That was a decoy for the real informant, which is the curly black-haired fellow with the earring. I can't remember his name right now, but he's an elite officer in Black Dragon, and he's in the present timeline too, a part of Tomen that came from Black Dragon. So he's been a part of Black Dragon for a long time. Ever since this moment that we just saw him in last episode, and he's been like, quote unquote, pretty much like a snake. Like, he's just letting info out for a good price. He's you give him the right amount of money, all right, bet, say less. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. And he's good at covering his tracks, as we can see, because he used somebody that was like kind of like a regular soldier in Black Dragon as a decoy, and took care of it just like that, and that covers his tracks very, very well, very easily, and he was able to actually get some profit out of it, which I think he asked for like 100,000 yen, and then he was able to give that information to that what Kisaki wanted, or what really Takemichi and the rest of them all wanted too, was what does Taiju do? And when is he alone? How can we figure out when he is alone so we can find a moment to strike, or just some information on when Hakai would probably strike, because we're trying to stop Hakai from killing Taiju. And it's that, like I said, that's what it's even more curious about Kisaki, because like we're trying to stop Hakai from killing Taiju, because that's what apparently that might change whatever's in the present timeline, and what maybe leads to all of that happening, like Takemichi getting arrested, Hina dying, Shifuyu getting killed by Kisaki. Like, we're expecting if we stop Hakai from killing Taiju, it might actually change all of that and really have an effect on the present timeline. So that's what's really curious to me, is like, back to Kisaki, like, why is he willing to help Takemichi and Shifuyu on this task of stopping Hakai from killing Taiju? Because that it seems that corrupts Hakai, and because obviously he becomes the next leader apparently after he killed him. I don't know how the fuck that happens, because it would seem, I would think Black Dragon would be fucking pissed and like avenge Taiju, but somehow he gained control of the gang and then joined Tomen in the present timeline. So like, how is that really going to change shit? Because it seems like Kisaki knows too much. Because it just seems very odd to me that the present timeline, Hakai is still like the leader of Black Dragon, who is in tune with the higher ups of Tomen, and then Mikey started taking out some of the founding members of Tomen, while Black Dragon is fine. because Black Dragon and Kisaki are the biggest influences on Mikey, apparently, in the present timeline. So Kisaki, you know, somehow figured out about Chifu and Takemichi in the present timeline, kills Chifu. So, like, it seemed like, you know, he was in a good spot in the present timeline, and, like, he, you know, profits pretty well, and he's in a lot of control in Toman. So, it seemed like Taiju's death was in his favor in terms of the present timeline. So, like, why is he willing? I don't know, bro. It's confusing, and it's very mysterious. Like, I just want to know more about Kisaki, and it is very concerning, or at least, like, you really do want to know why he's willing to help Takemichi and Shifu get this information, and if they're, who knows if they're even successful in stopping Hakai from killing Taiju, and who knows what that even does, because if it's, say, an actual attempt and they do somehow stop Hakai, but like Taiju sees it, that it was about to happen, what is Taiju gonna do? That would fucking set, I mean, war would break loose. So I don't know, man. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Like, it's just like every episode you learn like a little bit more information, or a little bit something more mysterious comes around, and then it just makes you think of the endless possibilities that could happen, and how Takemichi is going to navigate those possibilities and get to an actual like conclusion that is in favor for him and actually works out. Because like we said, there's a lot more risk now in going back to the present timeline, because Takemichi is currently arrested in there. So like, there's got to be some real fucking change before he goes back. So, like, I'm really curious to see where this goes, and how they navigate this and figure all this shit out in the past timeline. Because right now, I mean, fuck, dude. Kisaki is a goddamn problem. He's a problem, bro. I don't know what the fuck he's planning, but we got to figure some shit out about him, and I guess just see if this really, you know, stopping Hakai from killing Taiju really helps anything. So, without further ado, let's get into the reaction. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is dropping. Let's get it. Episode 5, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
東卍には秘密にして動くんだ。
Yeah, this is what's also crazy, is that they're handling this mission on their own and doing it under the noses of the rest of the officers of Toman. So how's that going to look? Like, if they get wind of that, like, that's going to create even more distrust? No? I don't know. Like, this could go really wrong. Now that I'm thinking about it, because like, what if they get wind of that and then they realize it's Takemichi and Chifu working with them? And it's like, all right, is Mikey gonna think he made the wrong decision in making Takemichi a captain? Like, bro, there's so many ways this could go. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it's crazy, bro. All right, where do we go from here, baby? Oh god, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. We need to learn more about him, bro. He's too mysterious. Like I said, Kisaki really plays the part like he obviously he's very smart, and so he's able to use that to his advantage, where he's able to like play this really dependable guy. I'm thinking it might be all a ruse, like to just like he's a people pleaser, so he can get into positions where it's advantageous for him, and then he's able to take advantage. It's like Chifu was saying. Kisaki was like, Baji's death is holding Mikey down. It's like, motherfucker, you were a part of that whole scheme. Yeah, I don't know if this is really what you want to be doing on Christmas, but here we go. I keep on forgetting this dude has the same, Kisaki has the same voice actor as Shikamaru in Naruto. That's the only place I recognize his voice actor from. He's probably in a lot of other stuff, but that's where I recognize him from first. Seasons beatings? Yo. This fucking guy's a troll. Alright, it's official. They're teaming up for this operation. Yes, yes, yes. Please find out more about him. Do not touch his hand, I swear to God. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, yeah, here's a new development. I thought that was going in the direction where, like, Hina was actually doing some fuck shit and, like, was, like, fooling around with Kisaki. I mean, that doesn't seem like her at all, but that's what I was thinking for a second, the way Takemichi was acting all, like, what's going on here? That was really nerve-wracking. But damn, it seems like they went to cram school together? That's wild. This is Kisaki? Oh, see? Yeah, nah, he's smart as fuck, bro. He's so smart. Interesting. Like they've got no heart. Interesting. She thinks they would get along. Yeah, like, bro, it's just constant convoluted fucking ideas that we're getting from different people. Like, we know Kisaki's track record from the present timeline and what he's already done, but then we're getting an alibi from Hina that he's, like, a good person? Like, I don't know, bro. Oh, really? Damn, we're getting flashbacks within, like, a past timeline. Like, this is crazy. Oh my god, here he fucking comes. He's got a cape on and everything, baby. Crybaby hero. Damn, they play this badass soundtrack over this shit too? Even though he's scared and nervous and fucking all that shit, bro, he still goes through with that shit. Always been like that. Just in and out, baby. Took care of business, and then he's just going on with his day. Wearing a cape. What a guy. Yep. You damn right, motherfucker. Why you think she with you, bruh? Now, don't forget why this conversation started. Remember, you apparently have a fucking day booked with her, too, on Christmas, but you got some shit to take care of. Remember your little team up with Kisaki and shit, like... I can just tell there's gonna be some dramatic shit fucking getting ready to happen. Seventh heaven. Wait, he's supposed to break up with her? Why the fuck did he do that? It's only a week away. What the fuck happened?
花垣君。だと直人の父の橘正人です。
え、ひなの。
What the fuck is going on?
すいません、失礼しました。やべえ、お父さんだ。
Oh, is this maybe why he broke up with her? Maybe because her father like did this and encouraged him like, hey, break up with my daughter. You're a fucking gang member.
警察官になりたい。君のおかげなんだろう。え？何を言ってくれたのか知らないが、ありがとう。感謝している。え
？Okay, no, never mind. He's actually thanking him for convincing, not really convincing Naoto, but I guess kind of telling him to, yeah, go for it. Do whatever you want.
お母さんはお父さんのこと今でも好き？どうしたの急に？ひなも10年後、竹道くんにそう言いたい。
Okay, so yeah, everything's looking good. I thought that conversation was gonna go more like, okay, break up with my daughter because you're a gang member, but no, he actually like thanked him for instilling Naoto's belief in becoming a police officer. Oh wait, no. Okay, what the fuck, bro? But obviously the breakup has something to do with her still getting caught up in it, even though they broke ties. So I think it's better for him to keep her close. But is he still going to listen? Because obviously that's the reason why he broke up with her on Christmas Eve. What the fuck is he going to do, bro? Like, I think you don't. Right? Seems he already has said it. Dude, what? Why are you continuing to go through with this when you found out? Okay, dude, I don't know at this point, bro. I feel like you would do the opposite to try and change something. Wow, he actually says that. Punch the shit out of him. Why the fuck did he go through with this shit, bro? I understand it separates her from the whole hoodlum shit and whatnot, but like, is it really gonna change anything? Because he'd already broken up with her. He remembered it all of a sudden from the present timeline, so he had done it before. I would think he would do the opposite, but I guess not. I feel like you're trying to convince yourself that you know you don't want that shit, bro. Damn. He's been crying his fucking eyes out. Okay.
そして八海と大樹が鉢合わす前に、後の3人が外で大樹を叩く。
So the other three are gonna try and beat down Taiju? I don't know how that's gonna go, because that motherfucker's a beast, bro. But I mean, they got a plan of action and they're about to follow through with it, so I'm just excited to see where this is gonna go, because I'm really questioning like Kasaki's background and what he really knows, and we need to learn more about him. And then I don't know why he went through with breaking up with her, bro. I would think he would do something like the opposite action, just for any sort of change regardless for the present timeline. Even though it kind of helps her in the case of being away from the hoodlum activity and whatnot, and like the gang in general, because she was that's like only connection from her to the gang is Takemichi. But, like, I don't know, bro. I feel like if you just keep a close eye on her, that's, like, the safest place she could be. I don't know. Because obviously they still, like, people have already met her outside, like, that are in the gang, you know, through Takemichi. So, like, it's not like they're just going to forget about her. Obviously not, because she dies in the fucking, like, bro. I don't know at this point, bro. This show is crazy. Show is crazy. Alrighty, guys. What another amazing episode of Tokyo Revengers. That was really, really good. Dude, I'm just at a loss for words when it comes to Kisaki, man. And there's like all this like kind of information that's been thrown at us right away, or like being refreshed about it, because we did already see that scene because they had that conversation in the present timeline at the end of season 1, like, this is where you broke up with me Christmas Eve. And that's like the first time he learned about it. He's like, why the fuck would I do that? And as he was thinking about that, because, you know, they made the plan with Kisaki, and Chief Yu and Takemichi were kind of talking about it and debating whether they actually wanted to team up with Kisaki in the first place, because obviously they know what he did to Baji, and how he was a part of that whole scheme, and also they now know like how much of a big deal he is in the present timeline, and how he always somehow he's like the center of all this, and we just know so little of him. So they were kind of debating on whether teaming up, but they figure, fuck it, let's go through with it, because we might actually learn more about Kisaki in the first place. And that's the main thing I'm concerned about. I could give a fuck if this plan, I mean, obviously I want Takemichi to succeed in stopping Hakai from killing Taiju, because that might be like the biggest change in this past timeline, to get Hakai to not do that, and then that way Hakai kind of keeps his innocence, not really innocence, but like his way of life, and he doesn't become the leader of Black Dragon and like that terrible, completely opposite personality person. So I hope they succeed in that, but I really want more of just learning about Kisaki. And we did learn a little bit more about it this episode that we didn't know about already, which was the conversation that Takemichi and Hina had at that park, where apparently, you know, Tachibana Hina has already known Kisaki for a while, because they went to cram school together. But at first, when I first heard her start talking about like when Takemichi picked up on like, how do you know him? Like, I thought it was like some way out of left field fuck shit. Like she was like hanging out with him, or like, you know, fooling around with him in secret, you know, over Takemichi or some shit. But I was like, that doesn't seem like her at all. And obviously it was not. So I was like, oh, okay, they just know each other through cram school. And as we learn, he was a very smart kid, always placed top of his class. So yeah, that instills even further that yes, this motherfucker is smart, bro. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to please people and get himself in advantageous positions, whether it's in the gang or just with relationships in general. So we learned that, and that's kind of when Hina talks about that one memory of when they first, like her and Kisaki first met Takemichi in 6th grade, when he came out of nowhere with a cape, and he was like trying to be the hero and like kind of protected Hina, even though he was nervous. And this is like his whole like trait, right? Like even though he's nervous, he's scared, whatever, he still goes through with it and gets the job done. And we can see that from the youngest memory that they have of him in 6th grade, and it just instills even more like how he is as a person. So that was cool to see, and kind of get an understanding of Kisaki a little bit, and like how Hina knows Kisaki. And it seems like, you know, Kisaki was kind of like the weird kid, like he didn't get along with everybody. But Hina's always been a very nice person, so she never like treated him differently. But it seems like most kids in a school or whatnot saw him as like weird, or like, since he's so smart, he's weird, and he probably has like no heart or something. So it seems like he's dealt with like maybe like bullying or such as a young kid. So maybe that plays a role in all this. But regardless, after that flashback, you know, Takemichi's all, you know, love filled and excited. He's like, oh my God, like she loves me, blah, blah, blah. And so this is when he finally remembers that. He's like, wait a second, Christmas Eve? Yeah, I'll be good. Yeah, Christmas Eve is Christmas Eve, but the operation's on Christmas Day, so I can do both. I'm good. That's what's up. And so that's where he remembers, wait a second, Christmas Eve? This is something that happens, you know, on this day, like 12 years from now. This is when she said that I broke up with her. So it's like, how the fuck does that come about? And then lo and behold, I thought it was just some regular ass Fed or like some dude. He was like Naoto. I was like, what is going on? But it's their father that approaches Takemichi, and actually has a really cool conversation with him. They're like, he's really polite, and he actually sees that he's a nice guy, but he still ends up like I thought. They just milked the fuck out of it. They were like, he was like, please break up with my daughter. I want her to be happy. It's like, you're a hoodlum. You're in a gang. Are you sure she can really be safe from all of that if she's with you? You know what I'm saying? In my head, I would think you would do the opposite thing regardless, just to see if that changes anything in the present timeline, because obviously you like being with her. You would never put her in danger willingly. And regardless, even though you've broken up with her, she still got fucked up in the present timeline, as you can see, because she's the one that even told you in the present time. That's the only reason why you know in the first place beforehand that you were going to break up with her Christmas Eve, is because of the present timeline when she was like, this is where you broke up with me, Christmas Eve. And then right after that, she got fucking rocked by Akun, who's apparently your order from Kasaki. So it's like, how the fuck did that all happen? Like, since she got mixed up in all that anyway, like, how the fuck Kasaki knows way too much or something, bro, because I would think Takemichi does the opposite there and just sticks with her, because obviously breaking up with her didn't change her from dying in the present timeline, unless he's relying on the fact that what is really going to change that scenario from happening is stopping Hakai from killing Taiju, and then in turn stopping, I don't know, something else. But then again, I don't know, bro, because I think this could end up like being war between Toman and Black Dragon, because the other three are planning on beating up Taiju while Takemichi goes into the church and tries to stop Hakai from killing Taiju. But I don't know, bro. Taiju is a badass motherfucker. I think he's going to be able to wipe the floor with all three of them easily. And then he's going to figure out what's going on. It's going to kind of blow like Hakai's like, you know, cover of like trying to be silent but deadly, like the surprise factor of catching Taiju off guard, and then Taiju's just gonna figure out what the hell's going on. He's gonna be like, oh, you were trying to kill me. So it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I feel like nothing good comes out of this. But then again, dude, you just don't know with this show. Like, this shit is making me think of every possible possibility and where the fuck that could take us, because I still don't really agree with that decision. I don't know why he continued to break up with her there, but I guess he just went through with it to remind himself why he actually did. And obviously he figured it out after she beat his fucking ass. I mean, God, he even gets beat up by his own girlfriend. And obviously he didn't want that. He loves her too. So it was very hard for him, but I don't know why he went through with it. In my opinion, if you knew that she was going to die anyway from, you know, because you broke up with her, dude, I'm staying with you. Like, the fuck? That's what I think. But maybe, like, after this operation is done, they get back together somehow, because who knows how long he's going to be in this past timeline still. Like, I feel like he's going to be here for a good chunk of time. Because like we've already deduced, it's too risky to go back if you don't know for sure that something has changed, because you could still be in jail, yada yada yada. Like, who knows, bro? So yeah, man, what another amazing episode. Very curious to see where this continues to go and how this operation goes down, because, you know, they're already talking about it and making sure all their heads are in row for the operation the day before. It's Christmas Eve. And so it looks like next episode we're going to finally see this thing go down and see what really happens, and the aftermath of it, I guess, and like kind of like the cause and effect of this operation. So I'm very excited. Couldn't tell you what the fuck is going to actually happen, but I'm excited to see it nonetheless. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for me with Tokyo Revengers. This show is fucking so good, bro. It really makes you think. Like, I'm just like constantly, like, you never really know what's coming, bro. And I like that. I like that. It's unpredictable. But yeah, another great episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.